1,695 people have participated in our online survey and submitted ideas for a stronger transparency law. What will you do with the results?
First of all, that's a tremendous result, and I'm really pleased how many people want to have their say how we should respond to transparency, accountability and integrity problems in the European institutions. I will look at each of the different respondents, in particular the new ideas I will have a look at, and the ones I find convincing I will take into my draft report.
And the proposal to abolish trialogue talks with the EU institutions, hence informal decisions behind closed doors, gain most points, ranks first. What's your comment on that?
Yeah, that's a tough one, because of all the different proposals from your organization, that's the only one which I would not have subscribed to 100% anyway. So the other proposals I fully support. This one, I have to say the following. The trialogues are too intransparent. So what happens in these talks is not transparent, so you know what was the position of the Parliament, the Member States and the Commission before the talks, and you receive the result. What happens in between is in the dark. That has to change, and I agree with your organization, it has to change. But I'm not in favor of abolishing this so-called fast-track procedure. Why? Because it will weaken the European Parliament. In the normal legislative proposal, we need an absolute majority in the plenary in order to be credible. Under this procedure, a relative majority is sufficient. And that makes a huge difference for progressive concerns in the Parliament, which have a much harder time to find an absolute majority rather than a relative one. And therefore, I believe, as a Green politician, we should be careful killing the procedure as a whole, but it has to be fully transparent to the citizens.
Another question. There are 662 people who submitted their own ideas, 3 proposals. There was one idea which said that lobby organizations need to pay a fee when registering as a lobby organization in Brussels, and that this money should be given to the common good. What do you think about that?
Well, I must say I find that very sympathetic, in particular also because, first of all, the costs of the system have to be covered. At the moment, it's the taxpayer who pays for the registration of the lobbyists. That's a bit bizarre. Normally it should be financed by a fee, like if you consume water, you also pay for it. So that is something which I support. If there's money left, why not giving it to a public concern? We have to check the legality though, because I'm not sure whether it is possible for the state to transfer money to a charity. So we have to check that.
Okay, thank you very much for working with us together, and we wish you a lot of success for a stronger EU transparency law in Brussels.
Well, and thanks for your organization for having established, because I think we have too little truly European citizens' initiatives. So that is great, and I hope you will continue pressuring us.
Thank you very much.
Be nasty.